Hello everyone, and welcome back with a little more vintage, and tonight, even more Esper Tinker. I'm probably going to play this list until I get bored, or my eyes start bleeding, or I find something else that catches my attention, like the ADHD squirrel that I am. But, in the meantime, we are back with more Esper Tinker. This is the exact same 75 we played last week, and 4-1 with yet again. So, I'm going to go over this in a little more depth this time, and kind of explain some things, because I know I did a kind of quick version last time. So, start off easy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fetch lands. Pretty straightforward. Single snow-covered island. This could be basic island, this could be snow-covered island, it really doesn't matter. In fact, I like this better. I want to look at this more, so I'm going to play basic island. You could play snow-covered island if you want. It doesn't matter. Singleton Tolarian Academy. Academy, very, very good. 3 copies of Tundra. 2 copies of Underground Sea. 4 copies of Urza Saga. Saga is win condition, like, I don't know, 4 or something. It's one of the ways that your opponent can lose the game. Finally, suite of fast mana in Black Lotus, all 5 boxes, Mana Crypt. This is all of our 0 mana artifacts. 1-drops. Singleton Swords to Plowshares. Sometimes we just need to answer a thing like an opposing Lavinia. Or a Collect Roof. All sorts of things. We play a lot of stuff that people can hate out. We want to make sure that we have answers. Gitaxian Probe. Probe good. Probe restricted. Play Probe. Mental Misstep. Same thing, but also counterspell. Do it. Ancestral Recall. Best words in Magic. We love drawing cards. Brainstorm, obviously. Full 4 copies of Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm is great in a lot of matchups. One of the ones that I don't think is super intuitive if you are coming to Vintage from other formats, Flusterstorm is very good against Dredge. The reason that Flusterstorm is good against Dredge is because Dredge in Vintage is playing a lot of pitch spells. This is Force of Will, Force of Negation, Force of Vigor, all sorts of things. They're playing things that they cannot pay mana for. Flusterstorm better than Force of Will because there's no chance they're beating a Fluster on it for like 3-ish copies. They just cannot possibly. Whereas Force of Will, they can just force back and move on with their life. Kind of sucks. Mystical Tutor. Sometimes we just really need to find a Tinker or a Time Walk or something like that. Vampiric Tutor. Same thing, but more options. 1 Ponder, 2 Preordain. Again, cantrip's good. We like finding the cards we need. A Manifold Key. Goes infinite with Time Vault. That's it. We want infinite turns. No, hello, welcome. Austin, hello. Thanks for joining, friends. We are back with some more Vintage Tinker. Singleton Pithing Needle. Sometimes you just gotta shut some stuff off. Sometimes it's Wasteland, sometimes it's an opposing Urza Saga, sometimes you just need an answer. Needle is that answer. Sensei's Divining Top. Top good. Like, Band and Legacy good. Card strong. We don't play 2 because we're not able to abuse top like you are in Paradoxical Outcome, but top very strong. Soul Ring. Again, fast mana good. Merchant Scroll. Again, sometimes we need to find a Dig Through Time, a Force of Will, an Ancestral Recall. Sometimes we just gotta find some dumb blue thing, and Merchant Scroll will get that done for us. Time Walk. Extra turns good. Travis, I'll argue that it might be the first right now. Time Walk, very good. Here's our Demonic Tutor. We are playing black mana, we are playing Demonic Tutor at the end. Easy as that. 2 copies of Lavinia's Aureus Renegade. Yuck. Second best to Alchemy, get out of here, you trolls. Lavinia's Aureus Renegade. Lavinia, very, very good in matchups where sheep spells or alternate cast spells are very good. So we want to be able to slow down opposing Tinker players, shut off their Moxes, stuff like that. Shut off opposing Force of Wills being pitch cast. All sorts of crazy stuff. Very, very good for us. Time Vault. Infinite turns good. That's it. Infinite turns good. Monastery Mentor. Cards cracked. Cracked. They only let you play one of these in this format, so you should play your one. This is the reason to be Esper over Grixis. Mentor is cracked. Tinker, probably the poster child for what is like what Vintage is about right now. Tinker is insane. Tinker, again, our big targets here: Bolus the Citadel, cast our deck, Sphinx of the Steel Wind, beat down our creature deck opponent, Time Vault, infinite turns. Got it. Narset Parter of Veils. Yeah, so remember how we had like this Ancestral Recall and all these things that drew cards? There's a lot of that in Vintage. What if we just said no? What if we just said no? They don't get to do that, and we're gonna get extra cards out of the deal. Pretty great. One copy of Force of Negation. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not super impressed with Force of Negation main in this deck. I have half a mind to play this Opposition Agent instead, but I think that I'm going to run another league or so with this configuration as is before I make any changes and decide that I don't need this Force of Negation in game one. But Force of Negation, good in opposing Tinker matchups, good in opposing counter wars. More pitch counters, good. Opposition Agent. Hey, so your opponent wanted to cast a Tinker, huh? Oh, buddy. Sure, you can Tinker, but first. 3-2. I'll take that thing out of your deck now, thanks. Also, shutting off fetch lands, like, Opposition Agent, very, very good. Can just, like, screech games to a halt. I have conceded to this card. Yawgmoth's Will. Strong. Yawgmoth's Will is going to let us do some busted things like rebuying Time Walk, kind of getting back extra setup cards, rebuy a Tinker that we've already cast and got countered, all sorts of crazy stuff. Yawgmoth Will, very good. 4 copies of Force of Will. Sometimes you just got to protect yourself. Force of Will is the best way to do that, in most scenarios. Dig Through Time. Sometimes we're gonna play a control role. We're gonna grind games out a little bit, and in that, having Dig Through Time to refuel, very good. And then the 2 Tinker targets we talked about, Sphinx of the Steel Wind and Bolus the Citadel, for various applications. In our sideboard, 1 copy of Fragmentize. Sometimes we gotta blow up a cheap artifact so we can start playing. I dig it indeed. 2 copies of Swords to Plowshares. We only need a total of 3 in this deck, apparently. So extra Swords to Plowshares just to remove things like Collector, Oof, Deathrite Shamans, things that are annoying. We can deal with them. Balance. This card is good. If you are in white, and you are not casting creatures of your own very often, play this card. Trust me. There are a lot of creature decks floating around right now. Balance is a good way to mop up a lot of that garbage all in one shot. We're also not playing very many lands. We have a total of 16, and 5 of those are fetch lands. Sometimes it's nice to just, like, sinkhole your opponent and make them sack 2 creatures and whatever. Pretty okay. What's also great is sometimes this is just him to Turok. We've literally done this. It has happened on stream where balance is please discard 2 cards on top of everything else. Excellent. Prismatic Ending. Sometimes we need answers for things that aren't creatures. For all of those things, there's Prismatic Ending. This is going to answer opposing Teferis and Narsets and things of that nature. A Karn, if we really engineer such a fashion. We got options. But Ending is going to answer a whole bunch of different stuff. Hurkyl's Recall. Our opponent is playing Chops and we don't like it. Stop it. Try it again. Do better. Leyline of the Void. Our opponent is a Necromancer, and we want to tell them that they should reconsider all of their life choices. We have 4 of these. Opposition Agent. Again, sometimes you just get your opponent. Sometimes this is 3 mana, target opponent concedes the game. Having a second copy, not a bad deal. Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale. Again, sometimes our opponent is a Necromancer. Our Necromancer opponents don't often have a whole lot of mana to pay for all of the creatures that they keep trying to put into play. Also, our Hate Bear opponents get way, way slower when they have to play through this card. Pretty okay. Pithing Needle. Again, sometimes we just need to stop a thing from happening. Can be Wastelands, can be other Urza sagas, can be all sorts of stuff. Can be Bazaar of Baghdad. Pithing Needle will do that for us. Finally, Soul Guide Lantern. Sometimes we want additional graveyard hate that is not named Leyline of the Void, but might do some other stuff too, and can be tutored off Urza Saga. Hello, Soul Guide Lantern. So, that is the full 75 that we are playing. I've kind of gone over some of the roles of what some of these cards do that maybe I didn't cover before. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. I appreciate everyone for hanging out tonight. A lot of ways you could be spending your Tuesday. I'm grateful you're hanging out with me. We're into a quick one. We will even play first. Huh. Yeah, so Travis, you're right. But the thing is that we also have all these things that tell them that they don't get to Force of Vigor, which is pretty okay for us. This is a really kind of slow, dirtily do-nothing hand. I could keep this. I think I might. I kind of just want to go Urza Saga, Soul Ring, go. Misstep almost any one-mana card, and then just start making Saga constructs and beating down. Yeah, positive idea of not letting Force of Vigor resolve. Our opponent's having a really hard time with this. My friend the Evil Mailman, hello and welcome. Done. This is like super dubious, but I'm gonna keep it. Oh, opponent's a Necromancer. This sucks. We're probably dead. Oh, well, they got rid of 2 collectors. Okay. Saga. Soul Ring, go. Travis, I'm actually fine with it. If Wizards, even by proxy of trading it off to another company, is willing to put some more energy into Magic Online being like a hub for Magic gathering on the internet, I'm into it. I am not a big fan of Arena for all sorts of various reasons. Oh, gross. Okay. I'm gonna misstep this lizard. Gross. We're still dead. Yeah. Speaking of the best land in the format, indeed. We're probably just dead. Okay. You're telling me there's a chance? Yeah, but my, that's bad for us. Sure. That's truly unfortunate. I don't think we can, like, ever possibly think to beat that. Level up, sure. We're getting gacked. This feels like where we get gacked. Yeah, this is where we get gacked. I mean, Gak's in. Like, I'm upset about it, but Gak is in. Gaia's Cradle, sure, sure, sure. All of this is fine. Uh... 3, 4. Next turn they actually like trade for stuff. I guess I'm gonna take 4 and be sad about it. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Yep, that's gross. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has protection from instants. Oh, sick. Manifold key? Time vault? Lol. We had no business winning that game. Oh god, okay. Balance. Ley lines. Needle, Soul Guide, Tabernacle. Force of Negation. Bolus's Citadel. Flusterstorms. Vampiric Tutor. Mystical Tutor. What's our blue count like for Force of Wills? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Low. Definitely not optimal. Could probably cut this opposition agent. It's not really doing anything. Get back Force of Negation. Force of Negation not really that great. Here's Fluster. This is probably fine. Sphinx of the Steel Wind just unbeatable. Yuck. This does all of the cool things, just like not well. I guess. I'm sad about it, but I guess. Put this ley line into play. That's fine. They have a Bazaar. Start watching Exile. Also, for anyone curious, this is a zero-proof gin martini, which is actually pretty rad. And I also have a gin and tonic sitting here as well. We are into Sober October, friends, and it has been fine. Okay. All right. We play out the Sapphire there. 10 arms, no. This one is... the gin is a company called Monday, which is pretty rad. And the vermouth analog is from Lyres, Lyre''s. I have had some of the Sea Lip stuff before. Some of it is actually quite good. I am actually a fan. I like the garden one, which is their kind of like super botanical forward kind of earthy herbal thing. That makes great Bloody Marys. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna play this. Play Mentor. Play Mana Crypts. Actually, so 10 arms, I used to sell alcohol for a living, and so I got really into a lot of the NA and zero proof stuff, trying to find out like what was actually decent in the market. So I've actually tried a decent amount of it. Athletic stuff is fine. The one I would recommend is a company called Untitled Art out of Wisconsin. They do regular beer, and their NA stuff is incredible. Sure. This is all fine. Opponent's living in 2-for-1 city here. I'll just take 4. Tails. Yuck. Yeah. Tutor for Time Walk, Time Walk. Seems pretty sick. I feel like the odds we lose from there are like almost 0. So cool. Yeah, 10 arms, if you ever want like Rex for NA stuff, hit me up. I do a fair amount of it. As much as I have talked about all of my alcohol preferences on the channel before, I do a lot of like non-alcoholic or zero proof stuff as well. And I do my bar is reasonably stocked in both directions. So I definitely have preferences. I can definitely tell you a lot of stuff I've tried. Some stuff pretty good, some stuff not so great. My big spirits of choice are whiskey and gin. So I've been hunting solid whiskeys and gins. I found a whiskey that I quite like, but I'm always up to try other ones. And I found a gin that I quite like, which is this Monday gin, which is excellent. I've been a really big fan. Yep, so this is that martini and the G&T with, oh, sick. Travis, I'm definitely, that would be rad. I'm starting to finally feel human again, so that is a life I want to live. Yeah, G&T is made with Monday Gin and then Fever Tree, Elderflower tonic. Definitely recommend 10 Arms. That one, the sours have been incredible. If you are a fan of like of pilsners and things, the Italian Pils is actually like very, very well done. It is very, very true to form for a beer that style. especially being non-alcoholic. So definitely recommend. Their stuff is great. That's fair. So yeah, it's my alcohols of choice are whiskey, gin, wild ferment, I guess sours of any kind, sour beers in general. I do like a Belgian. I will get behind a pastry stout. This hand is a whole pile of do nothing. But I think that it protects itself long enough that I'm willing to, like, find out. Hey. Pithy Needle names Wasteland. Grab a Tundra. Cast Ponder. His hand's decent. Mentor. C. Lavinia. Don't shuffle. Yeah, as far as whiskey goes, I'm more, I tend to be more of a Scotch person than I am bourbon, into bourbon. I like a bourbon, it's fine. But it's not, like, my favorite thing. Right. Sure. Nothing wrong with Bacardi Superior. I'm not a huge, like, rum person generically. I've been looking more at that whole space in more recent years. But I haven't, like, delved into rum super deep yet where I'm, like, found a thing that I'm, like, in love with. Also, I think this is the first time we've queued into shops playing this deck. Golis is in. Do not care about that at all. I got when I worked in alcohol, I was able to try out some Diplomatico that I really liked, but mostly because it had vibes like bourbon. I wasn't really enjoying the rum for the rum itself. I was more into the fact that it was a rum that reminded me of bourbon that I had enjoyed. So I wouldn't, like, I guess that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not really, like, what I know most people are looking for out of a rum experience. Yeah, so Austin, since you're actually local, I guess this will make more sense to you. I don't know if it's been explained. I used to be the beer buyer for Martha's Vineyard. So I got access to some really cool stuff. That doesn't work, but okay. That's fine. Opponent now plans on strip mining me out of this game. I understand. I'm upset about it, but it's happening. Yeah, it was rad. It was a good time. Yup. Okay. Yeah, correct. The GR1. Yes, I was the buyer for Martha's Vineyard downtown. Or, you know, Heritage Hill. I used to heckle Jay on a regular basis about his poor choices in beer. Spyglass is fine. That doesn't do anything still. Opponent isn't actually, like, any closer to killing me at all. Name's Black Lotus. That also doesn't work, but okay. All of these things that you've named are mana abilities, friend. I'm not even going to play this right now. It doesn't do anything. I'll have to take a look into it. I have not had down Q. Not opposed, but have not had. Here's the strip mine on Urza Saga, which I expected. Yeah, Thorn resolves. Opponent makes an idiot. I'm not 100% sure why they're doing that now, but I'm gonna let it happen. Yeah, this is fine. Ancient Tomb, sure. We found a Time Vault for later. This Monk token is an easy throwaway. This actually has words on it. Not many at this point, but some words. The best thing I could find off the top is a fetch land. Opponent has key. They're trying to set up for it. Sure, Saga from Graveyard, that's fine. Can't be blocked, that's unfortunate. Like that... This hurts a lot. I need to find answers to stuff, which I don't currently have. 3. Yes. Black Lotus for 1. That's fine. We're dead. Cool. Begin sideboarding. Hercule's Recall. Balance. Cut Flusterstorms. Fragmentize. The Citadel's like fine. Op Agent has words, but not many. Mental Misstep pretty bad. Take this instead. I want Ending over Plow here because it deals with more stuff. Ending will answer hate pieces that Plow won't. We're really just trying to turbo here. I could cut the Narset. Cut Narset for a Plow. I can see that. We're really just trying to do our thing before our opponent gets to. This is mostly unbeatable. This is also decent, but not incredible. I will play first. I will keep. That's fine. We only force a will if it says we don't get to Urza, if we don't get to Tinker. Sphere of Resistance. That's like kind of annoying. Lavinia, I wish that you were in my hand when all this happened. Ancient Tomb, sure. Black Lotus, fine. Stop it. Gross. can't beat this Karn. Okay, let's think about this for a minute. How do we win this game? Ending being gone sucks. Getting debated on that spear resistance sucks. Okay. What do we do here? Opponent doesn't have a clear tutor target, which feels good. Like, all I really want is to draw, like, a land. Like, any land here is just kind of cracked. We just tinker anyway. I'm also going to be really sad here if opponent tries to shut off with Pithy Needle and Spyglass 2 mana abilities in game 1 and we still lose. I'm really not sure what opponent is thinking so hard about. Oh, they lost connection to the game. Okay, understood. Opponent just DC'd for a hot minute there, now they're back. Karn's Silex. Okay. I don't really care about that. Ah, yes, good. Great. Perfect. Okay. Sure. So, like, we fetch in response to Silex, like, 100% of the time. Oh, shit. I'm gonna get this fetch land needle now, aren't I? Oh, no, they just got map. Okay. Great. We're fine. Opponent tutors. Sure. I have no idea, like, why we're still in this game. Opponent snuck a Karn into play. We should just be dead. Like, if opponent puts Silex on the stack, we fetch. We get Tundra, I guess? That doesn't matter. That's fine. Sure. Tundra? Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're still short. Gross. This is dumb. I'm gonna keep playing because opponent is not making choices that win them the game. So, like, fine, I guess. Okay. Sure. Blue. Plus on nothing. Why haven't we played this? Sure. This is gone. They still have God Pharaoh statue, but that doesn't do anything. We can't pay life for stuff. Okay, that sucks. Another Wasteland is terrible. Sure. Got it. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, the 5-0 dream is dead already, but that was an unfortunate series of events that I think could have shifted any number of directions and just didn't. Opponent snuck a card into play, which was unlucky for us. Yeah, unfortunate. Moving on. I guess keep. That's fine. This hand just defends a Tinker. Which it seems like is going to be a great thing to do, because it looks like our opponent is on some sort of Hate Bears or Lizard stack. Probably Lizards. Sure. I prefer just not to, if we're okay with that. Okay. I couldn't care less about that. Mystical? For Tinker? Sphinx? No? I was supposed to tap Tundra. That's wrong. That's unfortunate. We could die. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I couldn't care less about this lizard. Okay. It was for Flusterstorm reasons. That's really what that's about. It was also the bonus mana to Fluster if we needed to. Black Lotus is Lotus Petal that also lets us cast Flusterstorm. Okay. Okay. We can move along whenever you're prepared. Like, this Flusterstorm is a pretty medium value, to be honest. But it's here. And that's what's important. Misstep, very good here. Clock you. Opponent has such a small number of outs to this that it's unreal. I am going to mental misstep this lizard, and I'm not going to feel bad about it at all. I'm mental misstepping that lizard for reasons that involve Gaia's Cradle, specifically. Opponent just grabbed another Root Walla, sure. Okay. I don't have red hair anymore. I haven't had red hair in a while. It's actually mostly brown again. I had, let's see, after red was like this like periwinkle like lightish purple color, and after periwinkle was this teal color, and then my hair got all fried, so we cut that off. And then this was just the remaining that was left in it. Rootwalla, sure. None of this matters. I have a big dumb. Just concede. Vengevine is terrible. Is that Hogak? I don't care if it is. It's fine. Also, Greg, welcome. Glad to see you. I still have your magic cards, Greg. For whenever you're ready for those. Oh, come on. The cards you let me borrow for Omnitel, which involves exactly, I believe, Emrakul. They're in a stack over here somewhere. Correct, the Emrakul. Yeah, it turns out that I actually have a lot of cards from people from that event still, because I have actively tried to get them back to people and it just hasn't worked out. So I still have cards from you and cards from Mosden. Mosden, if you're watching this, I still have your magic cards. Message me. We can make this happen. I know that you see these notifications. This Hex Drinker is also fine. That's actually the scariest thing that's happened yet. The Squee is in the graveyard. Okay. The hollow one is also here. Sure. That's another hollow one. All of these things are fine. I believe that you were 100% supposed to hold some of this. Okay. Gak is resolved. Okay. That would be very good for later. I mean, Hex Drinker is still very much alive and around. Apparently more so in Vintage, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you. If I were opponent here, all 8 of that mana would have gone directly into Hex Drinker. Like, that is just the easiest decision for me. Vengevine entered revealed cards. Level up, sure. Yes. Fine. Okay. I firm disagree. Firm disagree. There's a reason that I have only played Vintage on the channel in recent history. The firmest disagree, Greg. The firmest. You're still green. Yeah, Leyline Binding keeps everything in check. That's how this works. I can't figure out why opponent is spending their time playing this game. I mean, sure. Yorion out of Modern is like the least of my concerns. Noah, Lutra already got broken in this format. It turns out that there's just enough really good restricted cards in Vintage that you can just play a Lutri like control on Grixis control deck, and it's totally fine thing to do. Sure. Fine. Okay. 3, 6, 9. Yup. 13 and 8. 21. Three, 6, 9. 9, 13, 21, 29, and 6. 35, and 12 is 47. Am I still dead? This is unfortunate. Yup. I think I'm still dead. Yeah, just barely. Okay, this is unfortunate. Alright, plow, plow, balance. Ley lines, op agents. Needle, lantern. Citadel. Force of negation. Flusterstorm. So, like, the thing is that, like, it was, like, yes, technically 10 arms, you are correct. Like, opponent was still kind of in that game, but it was, like, so slim. But I guess fair on opponent for playing it out and, like, finding the line. Tutor. This card is kind of worth having. I could cut a Merchant Scroll. Survival very good. Like, I don't disagree with that statement at all. I'll cut the Lantern. I'll agree that this is like the worst piece of Graveyard Hate, and it's just like maybe not worth having. Fragmentize is also fine. Like, both of these are also fine. Yep. Keep. Ley line. Cat. Ancestral me. Seems dope. Like, this hand is excellent. Big fan. Box, shirt. Okay. That's annoying. That's incredibly annoying. Yup. Discards their squee. That's good news. Start shutting off the card parity. Get a root wall, put a root wall into play, sure. The question I'm asking myself now is, is this Wasteland worse for me, or is this Survival worse? I think it's actually the Wasteland, but I think it's close. Another root wall, sure, sure, sure. Yup. Get a hollow one. Yup, that's fine. Okay. It seems like we're in good shape. We're gonna take a couple of lizard beats, but not very many. Hex Drinker, yep, we gotta answer that. Strip Mine is unfortunate. Sure. Okay. Just gonna take our time. I'm gonna let them pump some more mana into this Hex Drinker before we go to anything. We can beat a handful of tiny lizards. That's not particularly scary. All one's gone. Root Walla's in play. Hex Drinker's in play. Blazing Root Walla, sure. There goes another tiny lizard. Sure. This should get us a hollow one. Here's another Root Walla? Why? I don't understand what the endgame is here, but I guess. So many lizards. And they just keep going. Look at all these tiny lizards. Collector Roof is annoying. Okay. I guess we'll point this here now. Cool. I think we're still in okay shape. Oh, I was supposed to remove this before they untapped. I guess it doesn't really matter because it frees up Emerald. It's potato, potato. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. It is exactly 14. We get to make an idiot. We get to block. Idiot trades with a Root Walla. Okay. It is a lot of lizards. Their opponent's deck is very good at a lot of lizards. I'm gonna force this. Okay. Okay. Yep, 9. Get rid of this. Fetch. C. Block trade. Six. Take infinite turns. Key. Balance also good here. Infinite turns wasn't live. I miscounted. We were short of mana, but balance looks good too. Balance confirmed good. Yeah. Lizards be gone indeed. I mentioned earlier, this card is very good. Blazing Root Walla. Sure. Opponent is likely to lose to time here. Discard, put that in play. Sure. Yes. One, two, all 4 basking walls are gone. Two blazing root wallas. Sure, sure, sure. Also, 10 arms, this is another reason that I was like wondering why opponent was still playing the game. Like, just time EV, right? Like, opponent is 12.5 minutes below us on clock. They've got a hollow one. Sure. Oh, my apologies. Yeah, opponent is on 3 minutes and 30 seconds. My apologies, 10 arms. Yeah, I didn't even think about it until I just looked over at my overlay. Yes, the overlay does cut it off. I had fixed this once before. We do have a second needle. Yes. Sorry, we're going to shrink this down just a little bit so everyone can actually see that. There we go. The survival activation is fine. All right. Yep. That'll actually do the thing. That is unfortunate. Well, alright. Truly unfortunate. Yeah, so opponent got the last Vengevine in their deck that they could then cast. That was the one outer. So, fair enough. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to deal with a 3-2. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I was just supposed to let the Wasteland happen. Just let the Wasteland happen and needle survival. That's possible. And actually, like, looking back at it, like, I thought about Lotus, because then we could, if we get Lotus, we have DT, we get Lotus, we crack Lotus. For DT, we DT for Tinker. I don't know that I would say Survival's doing particularly well, but it is around. This hand seems unplayable. Am I being crazy here? Maybe unplayable is wrong. I don't think this hand is good enough. Yes. Yes. This seems nuts. I'm gonna bottom the misstep here. No information probe. Opponent does have mental misstep here. Cast Mox. Soul Ring is bait. Sick. Okay, well that's kind of frustrating, but sure. Ancestral happens. Ruby, sure. Run in 6. Yep. Okay. It's pretty good, not gonna lie to you. Preordain. Sego. This one's gonna be interesting. Monkey is fine. Okay. Brainstorm. Running 6-back Delta. Sure. That'll do, pig. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Blue, blue. Okay. One, two, three. Doing math. Take Underground Sea, take take Sphinx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do it. Jam Timefall. Sure. Brainstorm is good. I think the chances they were supposed to play that Delta first are 0. One, two, three, four, 5. Yuck. Am I gonna lose this game because they drew their key? Death right, sure. Unfortunate. I doubt this Flooded Strand is an opponent's hand anymore, but... One, two, three, 4, 5. Sensei's top. Spin top. Emerald, Force, Crypts. I goofed here. I'm gonna have to spin again. It's gonna be annoying. That's frustrating. Spin. Crypt. Force Emerald. Plan for Ragavan. I hit my Mox Emerald, which is fine. Yup. Yup. Running 6, get back, strip. Sure. I think we're pretty dead here. I'm just gonna pack this in. Wow. That just didn't feel like it was a game that was gonna be worth playing. This feels like it's good. Balance of pretty medium power. Thinking. Citadel seems nuts. Second key feels okay, or second needle feels okay. Sphinx is good. Maybe I just want to be going for Sphinx here. Opponent didn't show me that they have a way to answer this Sphinx. Lavinia of like medium power level. I think Yawgmoth's Will is pretty bad. Yawgmoth's Will against the Death Rate deck seems kind of atrocious. I'm gonna keep. Cast this. I'm gonna fire off this Time Walk now. Brainstorm. Crypt. Mentor. Tundra. Preordain. Bottom, top. Well, that's unfortunate. Evoked Fury. Gross. Sure. What they pitch? Back. That's actually great. Misstep. Easy. Get that out of here. Me and my mana crypt flips, jeez. Sure. Video. Wasteland, sure. Is opponent just on the make me die to my mana crypt plan? Gross. Sure. I think opponent's game plan is make me die to mana crypt. Cool. Okay. Tails. We're just gonna lose every mana crypt flip, I understand. Red. Monkey, sure. Cool. This is the path we have chosen. That sucks. Strip mine, sure. All right, come on, deck. I see. I see. I'm gonna die to a hamster. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. What a night, friends. What a night. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. So we died to Minsc and Boo, which seems about right. Yikes. Yeah, I probably just wasn't supposed to bottom that Sphinx and just, like, plant the Sphinx. That was probably the mistake that cost me that game right there. I thought to myself, don't need Sphinx, we're fine. I was wrong. Yeah? Like, this is the worst card in the hand. But I think the rest of the hand is very good. Oh, opponent is on Dredge. Okay, so we're just probably dead. Let him all this then. Okay. Wow. A Boseiju is gone. 2 Boseijus are gone. A Root Wall is gone. Collector Roof is gone. Sure. Root Walla. Hollow one for Vengevine. Okay. Dees. Okay. If we don't die this turn, we win the game. That's it. Bonus points if we can draw a blue card to pitch to Force of Will. That's all we're after. There's a Gak. Sure. Second Bazaar. Discard 3, go to 2 in hand. I just need opponents to just, like, end up with lizards or something and cast this Gag. I just need to not get Force of Vigor. That's what I'm asking for. I need to not die and not get Force of Vigor. That's it. 2 easy steps. 2 easy steps to win target game. Lotus, sure. We're fine. Everything is fine. Green, green, green. Son of a bitch. So now we just draw a Plow. Sure. Take 5. Go to 11. Plow. 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 Shit. Die? Cool. Balance. Plow. Plow. Leyline. Needle. What a gross and unfortunate circumstance. Cut Fluster. Cut Citadel. Cut Mystical Vamp. Truly unfortunate. Thinking about if we want to try to get this Lantern in, I think we're fine. I could cut Yogwill for it. I don't hate cutting Yogwill for it. I'll cut Yogwill for it. This is also fine. Not great, but fine. On the die roll. Keep. Tabernacle's fine against Turbo Lizard's Tenors, but not incredible because of Cradle. They just play Cradle, and it doesn't matter. They also play Yavimaya, so even their idiots can tap for... Opponent is on 4 cards. Yeah, if opponent was like hard Dredge, I like Tabernacle better, but opponent is just the Lizard's Gak deck, which I think that Tabernacle is worse against. Yes. Okay. Oh, that's fair. You're absolutely correct. I don't disagree with you for a second there. But, like, we also just have tools. Once Upon a Time is fine. I don't care. Both of these fetch lands are grabbing Tundra. For reasons that I think should be pretty obvious. Opponent plays Hex Drinker. That's a scary one. Bazaar. Sure. Double Root Walla. Okay. It's just double Root Walla, though. Tundra. Cast Lavinia. This is going to shut off Force of Vigor entirely. Opponent is on the now or never plan. Okay. And they do. That's fine. I think that ultimately we can beat this because of this balance. I will say, opponent seems to be playing much more aggressively as well, which is a reasonable reason to board in Tabernacle. They're trying to go harder, where I don't think you're supposed to. I really want to draw Mox. Strip Mine is gone. That seems good. So is Collect Roof. Boseiju in play. Gonna ponder here. I like that a lot. I'm willing to attack here. Okay. We can trade my Lavinia for your lizards. I'm okay with this. Then I'm gonna Time Walk. Hello, Leyline. Welcome to the party. Glad you could make it. I don't think you're supposed to activate an upkeep there, friend. That just seems foolish. Gonna activate this. Pithy Needle. Game Bazaar of Baghdad. How fast does this speed up the clock? 4, 8, it's 12. By like an entire turn? I'm into this life. I'm willing to play Mana Crypt because it speeds the clock up by like a full turn. And I'm willing to take a couple points of damage for that express reason. Sure. Wasteland is fine. Hey, we're actually in the business of winning flips today. Let's go. I'll dig here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blue, blue. Yeah? Like, sure. I want to take 10. Cool. Okay. In sideboarding, thinking about this thing with this tabernacle some more. What are we cutting for this tabernacle? Things we would cut would include things like Merchant Scroll, which I think is okay. We could cut Merchant Scroll. Opposition Agent of questionable value. We could cut an Op Agent. I think I just like this, though, to be honest. I'm gonna submit this like it is. I don't really think I want to make changes. This is neat, but not good enough. I mulled to 6. Opponent mulled to 6. I'm probably gonna keep this. Chipmock's Emerald. I want Misty for the flexibility here. Once upon a time. They found a bazaar. Cast Mox Jet. Cast Pithing Needle. Name Bazaar of Baghdad. Play Misty, say go. Okay. Hex Drinker, sure. Deathrite Shaman, sure. Okay. Playtime Vault. Playtime Draw a Pass. Key is good here. Saga's good. Saga now less good. This wasteland is terrifying. Level, level, level. Yup. Okay. Level, sure. See, that's got to be the plan here, right? You just level it and... Show me balance? No. Balance or key? Okay. We name Hex Drinker here. We just drew too much hate. Kind of looking like where we're at. We can still break this wide open. Per usual, balance looking incredible. Cycling Hollow One to draw a card. Sure. Opponent going to end step. Nope. Okay, Underground Sea. I guess we just cast this second ley line here to protect ourselves. That's fine. Dead to Vengevine? Okay, so we're not just dead. Black. That's a hollow one. Balance still like the hottest thing we can draw. Or key for infinite turns. No. Force of Will, sure not it. What a truly unfortunate series of events. Let opponent have it. Ancestral. Good grief. Preordain? Okay. So we Ancestral into Preordain plus the mana source. Cantrip again, get balance. Alright, we were one turn away. Unfortunate. Well, that is a 1 and 4. Yeah, so, like, obviously we've shown that the deck is better than this. I think we had a pretty unfortunate series of events. This matchup, like, we had so many draws for so many turns that just completely shift the texture of that game. We just bricked over and over and over again. We would have loved to see an Urza Saga for several turns. We would have loved to see that needle, that second Pithy Needle earlier to shut off the Hex Drinker. Swords to Plowshares on an earlier turn. Balance at any one of those turns. So, any one of those is good. Key gets us infinite turns. Again, we were one turn away. We were one turn away from Ancestral Me, draw 3 cards, find what we're looking for with a second cantrip, to then go ahead and balance our opponent into the dirt. Yeah, and then there were a couple of these other matchups that, like, I think I made some choices. I think it was here. I bottomed our Sphinx of the Steel Wind off our Preordain. I think that if I would have kept it and cast it, we would have won the game. But I bottomed it instead, not thinking I didn't need it. And we ended up losing the game. And I think that that's a direct result. But, alright, that is it for me for tonight, everyone. We will be back again on Saturday with some more Route TCG beta test tournament action. Also, maybe we do something else later this weekend. We'll see what happens. I've been really loving playing some Tinkerin, playing some Vintage again, so it's possible that we crack into another Vintage one. We'll see what happens. But that is it for me for the evening, everyone. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you again Saturday. Cheers.